Okie dokie. And we're back. Okay. Number 3 here. Let's see if I can get a picture of my hand. If you look at the top of the page I sent you, called number 3, we're going to be looking at E, A, and B. And I'm going to try to take a moment to connect everything together that I've been talking about so far. So, first of all, just the fingerings. This is E, so you got your middle finger on the A string on the 2nd fret, your ring finger on the D string on the 2nd fret, and your index finger on the G string on the 1st fret. This is sounds like that. A major. We're going to talk about it 2 different ways, but first I'm going to show you what I wrote down. So the 2nd chord is A major, which is kind of difficult because you have tiny fingers. So you got to take these 3 of your fingers, and on the D string, the G string, and the B string, put all 3 of them on the 2nd fret. So you get this sound. Lastly, B major, the 3rd chord I wrote down, is your middle finger on the A string on the 2nd fret, your index finger on the D string on the 1st fret, your ring finger on the G string on the 2nd fret, and then your little baby pinky on the E string on the 2nd fret. Okay, so this is a slut of a chord you kind of bounce into. So to hear them all in tandem and to compare them, we got compare that to the first lesson, G, C, and D. Or to C, F, and G. Hopefully you can hear how these 3 chords, they all work together the exact same way. But when I write down scales, you'll see it a little more clearly. The last thing I'd like to say is B major at the bottom. I write it down like a bar chord, like I described earlier, where you take your index finger, cover all the strings. With B major, you cover all the strings with this finger, and then basically, starting at the G string, you ought to only cover these 3 strings, the D string, the G string, and the B string. But what tends to happen, is that the high E string just winds up being muted. And after this semester ends and I actually sit down and show you all this, it'll make more sense. But it can sound like this, which is a heck of a lot easier once you get that finger strength than to put all 4 of your fingers down like this. So if you notice, the root note here with my index finger is on this B, and then I'm holding these 3 strings down. So if you can think about this, by sliding this down 2 frets, your low string is going to just be A. So instead of playing A with 3 fingers like this, it is also way easier to just play it with 1 finger, and again, the top string is kind of muted by holding it. And like I said, I'll show you how to do that. So just to go through them again, E, A, and B. Nice middle finger right there. Okay, now don't worry about how my pinky goes over like that. It's just a quirky thing to me. But instead of playing any songs today, I'll just show you one last thing. If you've ever seen a piano and you go from C to C on a piano, it's just the white keys. So the chords that I've shown you in these 3 videos are just like that. C, that's an octave. Now from there, you know you can play all the major chords, and I will show you probably next time a couple minor chords and just show you how they sound, and I'll show you the capo and possibly scales. It might be 2 times. So anyway, until then, don't put up with any bullshit from those dumb motherfuckers that hit on other girls behind your back. Fuck those punk motherfuckers, fuck them hard as you can, Jack, yeah! But anyway, you know what I'm saying. Take care.